Nobody living. Nobody living. While I sat here, I felt led by the Spirit to share my testimony. Now, I'm not someone, I always feel shy when people talk about me. So I'm not really one to enjoy. But when Apostle began to speak, I knew it was a affirmation or confirmation. And then I said to my peer that Apostle needs to listen to what I'm about to say. And that's because, I said at the beginning that this is a destiny-defining message. I didn't know what he was going to speak about. I've heard this man of God. I listen to him every now and then. But this is one of the most... If you had ears in the Spirit, you know that this is a very deep message. I know, people, we like demonstrations, but some of the deepest things don't have drama. The things Apostle shared today, there's no way he could have even learned it to say it without experiencing it. I know what he was saying. I've lived it. I said to myself, could it be possible that somebody described word for word the things I went through? I've never heard a man describe my experience like I heard tonight. These are spiritual realities. Let me read something out to you. While he spoke, he spoke about the price for beholding. If I was to give a title to what he shared tonight, it would be how to experience the new thing. He gave us the blueprint, the how, the key. I just remember 2009, Guardian newspaper. After I started beholding the Lord called me out from a lot of my commitments. I had an encounter with the Lord. The Lord said, leave everything, leave everybody. Sit in church with my pastor, Pastor Esco. And today I know that I was beholding. Let me read something. A popular journalist wrote, God is here. Someone's life is about to change. I know it like I know my name. Let me find that part. Please don't get distracted. Wow, I found it here. Just give me some time. It's a long read. I know I have to read this. Okay. I found it. Now they began to write about my friends, about the exploits they were doing. I was a member of a very, popular jazz band. We had just won a scholarship in Berkeley College in America. Berkeley College is supposed to be the Harvard of, musicians. That was my dream. We entered in for this competition, Berkeley's best. They awarded us scholarships. We were about to apply, go to the embassy. Our manager was a black American. Just then, God said, leave it. They thought I'd lost my mind. My friends were believers. They said, your pastor is brainwashing you. They called my elder sister who led us to Christ. My elder sister called me from Dubai. He said, Nathaniel, this born again you've entered, I entered before you. Calm down. You are taking it too far. And then he wrote this in the newspaper. Listen, one individual who is not affecting the young generation with his great talent. This is Guardian newspaper, 2009. Is Nathaniel Bassey. Why? Who is playing exclusively for a church in Victoria Island and will not come out to be recognized and emulated by others. He used to team up with Ayo Sholanke. I mean, my friends were KOINONIA and all of them. And they said that I had missed it and that I was rotting away in a local church. God said, leave and behold. I would get into my car. I'll drive from this Lekki Expressway. Then the new Lekki wasn't really built. I would listen to Terry McCalmon, Benny Hinn. I would weep for hours. No plan, just driving down and then drive back. The presence of God would overwhelm me. They thought I was going crazy. The musicians then in our church had a meeting and they sat me down. They said, we think you are losing your mind. All of us are Christians. Calm down. But I was beholding. So when Apostle was preaching, I said, how could this guy describe what happened to me? When he talked about having a stick and blocks, I used to do that. These are spiritual realities. If I never knew that God called this man, I knew today. And see, this thing is said, is when you are there, you know. You cannot learn what he spoke about today. You have to live it. And I believe that God has set you up for something unusual. I went for a wedding this morning after the meeting. A guy who used to live in my former place said, do you remember those days, 12 Obioni Street, you would disturb the whole street with your trumpet? I looked like a loser. After leaving the whole commitment I had, I was so broke. I remember selling my only trumpet for 8,000 to have transport allowance to go to church. But guess what happened? I realized God had captured my heart. The desire to want to shine and be a star died. It got to a point I wasn't beholding because I wanted him to give me a breakthrough, something. It couldn't bother anymore. God gave us a key tonight. I'm telling you, God gave you a key tonight. I'm not about to preach a message. I'm just doing what I feel led to do. Please go to 1 Samuel 16:18. Put it up. 1 Samuel 16:18. And this is not just for music ministers and or whatever. Okay, go back to 17. Go to 17. Go to 17. And Saul said unto 7, provide me now a man that can play well and bring him to me. Stop. Stop. This was David. The king sent for David. Why did that happen? Go to Psalm 27 verse 4. Psalm 27 verse 4. That's the key. Psalm 27 verse 4. Please quickly. One thing have I desired of the Lord. It's only ambition. That will I seek after. That I may dwell in the house of the Lord all the days of my life. Doing what? Say one thing. And it was to behold. When you behold, I know the thing this apostle spoke about, like I know my name. I lived it. And I know personally God wants me to live it more again in this new season. Yes. So, is a call to responsibility. How many of us are ready to behold? To look foolish? They used to say to me, you will eat sand. Guess what? Everyone who said that to me are like disciples now. I mentor them. And while beholding, God began to give me patterns. He said, everybody will charge money, but you can't charge. It's in the place of beholding. God said, they can do this very fine, but you cannot do that because of what I'm placing on your life. There is a pattern you will download for your ministry, for your business, for your life as you behold, exclusive to you. Can you lift your hands one more time? I beg you. This is a holy moment. I beg you. And do you know, years after feeding on Terry McCalmon and drinking from that well, Benny Hinn, in January, I was in my house. I get an email from America. Guess who? Terry McCalmon. Terry McCalmon says, Nathaniel, I was in prayer and the Lord said to fly you in from Nigeria to come help me sing over America. These things are real. We are not discussing gimmick here. Those who know what I'm talking about. Lift your hands and say, Father, the grace to behold. We're going to pray 2 prayers. And number 2, I want us to thank God. We're going to pray for this man. Tonight, God affirmed his calling again to me personally. Because this thing he shared, there is no way you can share it if you didn't live it. It's a lie. Impossible. You can't read this from a book to share it. No. Say, Father, the grace to behold. Father, as I enter this new season, I want to behold again. Thank you for what you are doing. Thank you for what you've already done. If I have to look to yesterday, is to say thank you and nothing more. And to draw strength for the future. Thank you for sending us a word from heaven. For this is the word we are waiting for. That we will behold and receive our own patterns and blueprints. Hey, my God, help me, Lord, help me, your boy, help me, you know me, you help me, you know I can't help myself. Help me. You know without you I'm useless. I'm worthless. Help me. Help me. Help me. Cry to him. The grace to behold. One of the things that happens as you behold, your ambitions die.